is a historically unusually high embrace of any public official, in this case, Vice President Harris, as she plays a different role. How much does it matter that she went from what we called the apprentice or the understudy into the boss mode?
She's gone from Selena Meyer in Veep to President Bartlett. And no one thought it could happen that quickly. But Ari, what I think it has to do with is, one, as you pointed out, the respect that she always showed Joe Biden, right? She always said, I am a team player. I will work with you, right? She was more Michael Corleone than Darth Vader, right? Hey, even when dad is sort of faltering, she still respected him, and then she will inherit the family. But the other thing is, Harris always recognized that in this country, and you mentioned it before, given race and gender issues and biases, she couldn't shine too much as vice president. But now that it's her responsibility to lead this country forward, she can step into that power. That's what's been the most impressive thing. And I think it sort of speaks to the fact that we probably have more Kamala Harrises out there, more people who have this kind of power and ability, and they haven't been given the opportunity. And now we're seeing what can happen. I
like when you say that, and I hear that not just as a partisan point, because that could be interesting moderate Republicans. Yeah. It could be in spheres that have nothing to do with politics. The idea that someone who is in one role, and if we're going to break barriers, people are going to be in the earlier roles, right? Right. It's like, I don't want to step too far out of my lane. The Vatican's like far out of my lane. But whether you have a woman pope or not someday, right, it's going to be a first. Right. And so how someone acts in a secondary role is different. Do you see her knowing and embodying this? Because my other observation as someone who covers this, the reason why I showed her with Rachel that night is a lot of people watching right now were probably watching that night, statistically. Right. Does anyone even remember that interview? It was not memorable in the right ways. Exactly. If you come out and talk about your boss messing up the debate, and that's what everyone's talking about the next day, you didn't do that interview right. Exactly. Do you think that people are kind of absorbing and appreciating that, and it fits an understanding that she has more than one mode or skill? Well, if you think about it, right after that debate, you had Gavin Newsom and you had Kamala Harris come out, and they were sort of the best defenders and surrogates. But the people who showed loyalty to Joe Biden, whatever criticisms they have, those are the people that he was looking at. We have to remember, Joe Biden, when he stepped down, he didn't have to endorse Kamala Harris. Fair. He could have gone with what Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama wanted. He could have just said, you know what, it could be a free-for-all. He rewarded her loyalty because he saw the skill set within her. And as you mentioned, Ari, when you're breaking new ground, right, you often have to make yourself smaller. If you are the first, this, that, the other, you have to make sure people don't feel threatened by your presence. But once you get that opportunity, you run with it. That's what she's done. I think one of the reasons Tim Walz is such a great vice president is because there was no question that he wanted the job. He wanted to support the person at the top of the ticket. And that's the kind of person you have to be a team player, even in politics, which is often about me. 45 seconds. There's also what they call the understudy effect. The New Yorker had a piece about this in sports. People love someone coming off the bench. Yes, that's not partisan. Right. You mentioned Walz. Do you think she and Walz, who are both coming up not as anointed, not as some Kennedy-esque figure, but really fighting their way in and getting a shot, has that helped them? I think it helps because both of them are coming from positions of like, this wasn't given to me, right? I had to earn my way here. I had to be interesting. I didn't have some powerful mentor. She didn't have the Clintons, supporting her. She didn't have the Biden supporting her. Tim Walz is coming out of a state that most people sort of overlook. If there's anybody who understands the concept of put me in, coach, I'm ready, it would be Tim Walz. And if there's anybody who understands what it takes to make yourself prepared when people, whether Kamala Harris was going to be the first black woman on the Supreme Court, because I know at one point that was her ambition, or whether or not she was going to be a senator or now possibly president, she had to prepare herself for all of those things and pave the way by being a team player. Now, in the song, Put Me in, Coach, do you know what position is under discussion? I'm ready to play. I believe it's center field. It is center field. Yes. It's one of my dad's favorite songs. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play.